Good morning, Junior 1. How are you all? Hope you are all fine. Today we are going to start Chapter 2. Let's open page 33. Community business. First, what is the community? Community is the place where people live together. So this is the first new word. The second new word is business. Business is the activity of buying and selling goods or service. Here we have many examples. The first one is the bookstore. The bookstore is the place where we can buy books and stories from there. Then we have restaurant. Restaurant is the place where people go to enjoy their time and to eat a meal. After that, we have barber shop. Barber shop is the place where men and boys go to get their hair cut. Then we have grocery store. Grocery store is the place from where we can buy food like fruits and vegetables. Then we have hotel. Hotel is the place where people can stay more than one night and enjoy their time there. The last business we have here is souvenir store. Souvenir store is the place from where we can buy souvenir. Word souvenir means is something kept as a reminder of a place or event. Now let's move to page 35. Goods and services. First, we should know what are the differences between goods and services. Okay, goods are things that you can see, feel, and use. They are objects that can be touched, like clothing, cars, houses, and food. But service is something done for someone else and people are paid for it. When you buy service, you don't get something you can touch, but you get something you need. Like, for example, medical care or banking or entertainment. Okay, here in page 35, the question is, draw a business that sells goods. Draw a business that sells a service. Complete the sentences. Okay, a business that sells goods is like ice cream store or toy store or grocery store. I will choose grocery store. So let's draw it. So now let's complete the sentence. A grocery store sells goods like fruits and vegetables. Then a business that sells services like museum, cinema, or hospital. I will choose hospital. So let's draw it together. After we finish drawing, we are going to complete the sentence. A hospital sells service of medical care. Now let's move to page 36. At work. Read the text below, underline the place in blue, underline the job in green, underline the tools in orange. Here we are going to read each paragraph and we will get out the place and the job and the tools. We will underline the place in blue and the job in green and the tools in orange. Let's start. This is a meat market. A butcher works at the meat market. The butcher cuts the meat with a knife. The butcher uses a scale to weigh the meat. So now we are going to underline the place in blue. The place here is the meat market, so we will underline it with blue. And we will underline the job in green. The job here is the butcher, so we will underline it in green. And the tools here are the knife and the scale, so we will underline both of them in orange. Let's start the second paragraph. This is a bank. A teller works at the bank. The teller adds up money with calculator. The teller types amount of money into the computer. So the place here is the bank. so we will underline the bank in blue. The job here is the teller, so we will underline the teller in green. And the tools here are the calculator and the computer, so we will underline both of them in orange. Then we will start the third paragraph. This is a bakery. A baker works at the bakery. The baker uses a mixer to mix the ingredients. The baker puts the bread in the oven to cook. The place here is the bakery, so we will underline the bakery in blue. The job here is the baker, so we will underline the word baker in green. And the tools here are the mixer and the oven, so we will underline them in orange. Now let's start the last paragraph. This is a garage. A mechanic works at the garage. The mechanic changes a tire with a wrench. The mechanic uses a funnel to change the oil. The place here is garage, so we will underline the word garage in blue. The job here is the mechanic, so we will underline the word mechanic in green. And the tools used are the wrench and the funnel, so we will underline both of them in orange. Now let's open page 37. Match the job with the correct place and tools. Let's start. The first place we have here is the bakery. Do you think who works in the bakery? The teller, or the baker, or the butcher, or the mechanic? Excellent, the baker. So let's match the bakery with the baker. Okay, which of these tools do you think the baker uses? I think he uses the mixer and the oven. He uses the mixer to mix the ingredients and the oven to cook the bread. So let's match the baker with the mixer and the oven. Then the second place we have is the garage. Who of these do you think works at the garage? The teller, or the butcher, or the mechanic? Excellent, the mechanic. So let's match the garage with the mechanic. Okay, which of these tools do you think the mechanic uses? I think he uses the wrench to change the tire. So let's match the wrench with the mechanic. The third place is the meat market. Who do you think work at the meat market? I think the butcher. So let's match the meat market with the butcher. Then, which of these tools do you think the butcher uses? I think he uses the scale to weigh the meat and the knife to cut the meat. So let's match the butcher with the knife and the scale. The last place we have is the bank. The teller works at the bank. So let's match the bank with the teller. The teller uses the calculator to add up money. So let's match the teller with the calculator. Let's open page 38. My community business. Here I'm going to draw a community business. I will choose a hospital. So let's draw the hospital together. After we finish drawing, we are going to complete the sentences. In my community, there is a, let's write a hospital. A doctor works here, so let's write doctor. They use stethoscope and syringe, so let's write stethoscope and syringe.